I come from a large, loving family that is my whole world. There are my parents, grandparents, 5 siblings, and a sea of extended relatives. Our family gatherings are lively events filled with laughter, children running around, delicious smells wafting from the kitchen, and multiple conversations happening at once. With so many distinct personalities yet unbreakable bonds, my family is truly one of a kind. At the center of it all are my parents, Mark and Jennifer. They met in college over 30 years ago and have been inseparable ever since. My dad works as an engineer while my mom owns a flower shop. Despite their busy careers, family always comes first for them. In their free time, they enjoy walks in the park, coffee dates, and cooking together, still acting like newlyweds. As parents, they gently but firmly guide all us kids. Their advice and moral lessons shape who I am. My dad taught me to work hard, take responsibility, and fix things myself. My mother nurtured my creativity, listening skills, and empathy for others. They attended every sports game, school play, and graduation, cheering the loudest. We can always count on them for help with homework, relationship drama, or anything else. I strive to have a marriage as strong and loving as theirs someday. Next is my older brother Anthony, who is 22. He's the typical overachieving firstborn. Anthony is studious, responsible, and always followed the rules growing up. He just graduated college as valedictorian of his class and started medical school to pursue his dream of being a doctor. Anthony is a role model for us younger kids, and I know he'll be an amazing physician. We bond over science, debate, and our shared sarcastic sense of humor. My oldest sister Julia is 20 and very much the mother hen of the family. She's compassionate, patient, and excels at caregiving. Julia is currently studying childhood education in college. She has always loved looking after kids, from babysitting neighborhood children to helping my parents with my younger siblings. I go to Julia for relationship advice, fashion tips, or just a shoulder to cry on. No matter how trivial my problems seem, she always listens without judgment. Next comes my brother Isaac, who is 18. He's the comedian of the family who is always making us laugh with jokes and antics. Isaac knows how to turn any situation into a fun time. School is a struggle for him, but he makes up for it with tremendous creativity. Isaac loves filming funny videos, writing comedy skits, and performing impressions. We tease him endlessly, but our family would be dreary without Isaac's humor. My younger sister Sophia is 15 and the ultimate social butterfly. She's bubbly, charming, and has a new group of friends every week. Sophia thrives on being around people. She's on the cheer squad, dance team, and half a dozen other clubs at school. At family gatherings, Sophia flits around chatting with relatives she hasn't seen in ages. We keep each other grounded. I help mellow her out while she pulls me out of my shell. The baby of the family is my brother Aaron, who is 13. As the youngest, he's affectionately spoiled. Aaron is innocent, trusting, and still prefers playing with toys over socializing. He looks up to us older siblings, trailing after whatever we do. I try to set a good example for Aaron and teach him about the world. He keeps me feeling youthful. With 7 kids spanning 2 decades, my parents' hands were definitely full. Our home growing up was delightfully chaotic. Most days the kitchen was cluttered with half-eaten sandwiches, abandoned homework assignments, and cups with a bit of orange juice still left. The bathroom almost always had some pair of socks or underwear left behind on the floor. Beds were rarely made and floors not often vacuumed. But my parents didn't mind the mess or noise, since it meant their home was filled with joy. Dinners at our house were raucous affairs. My siblings and I recounted school drama and funny moments from the day, speaking over each other to get a word in while we passed around dishes of food. Our dining table was specially picked to fit our entire large family. My patient mother would gently steer the conversation to make sure everyone got a chance to talk. We all had assigned chores like washing dishes, taking out trash, folding laundry and vacuuming. The chaos may have overwhelmed some, but to us the organized mess was home. Of course, for every heartwarming family moment, there was an equal moment of madness with 7 kids. Morning routines before school were frantic, with everyone scrambling for the bathroom and bickering over who got the last waffle. Post-dinner cleanups often ended in yelling matches over whose turn it was to load the dishwasher. Prime TV time inevitably dissolved into fights over what show to watch. Many of my childhood memories involve refereeing fierce games of keep away between the siblings and mediating arguments. But at the end of the day, we had each other's backs. Beyond just my immediate family are my rather enormous extended family. Sunday family dinners at my grandparents' house were a treasured ritual. My mom has 3 sisters and 2 brothers, so I have 10 cousins on that side spanning ages 5 to 25. We sprawl across every inch of my grandparents' house, the little kids playing tag and crawling under tables while the grown-ups sip wine in the living room. My dad's side is equally sizable, with 4 sisters and 3 brothers. Holidays at my grandparents mean 20-plus people crammed into their cozy home, with kids camped out sleeping wherever there's room. Laughter, shouting, and the mouth-watering smells of my grandma's cooking fill the air. The bonds between my cousins, aunts, uncles, and me almost rival those with my siblings. I know they've always got my back. As the grandkids got older, the annual summer vacations with both sides of extended family became a sacred tradition. Every year, we alternate between a beach trip and a cabin getaway. Days are filled with various adventures from hiking trails to boating trips along with meals, sports, and family games. We cousins stay up chatting and scheming late into the night. On the last day, we always leave with tearful goodbyes, promising to reunite again in a year. Beyond vacations, my family stays close through our sprawling email chains. Nearly every day my inbox fills with updates on milestones, silly anecdotes and photos from relatives. When I open Facebook, half my feed is posts from family. We celebrate even minor accomplishments like job promotions or school plays together with enthusiasm. Sadly, distance separates us now, but social media keeps us bonded. My family gatherings these days look quite different, with spouses, grandchildren, moves across the country, and new traditions forming. But our underlying closeness remains unwavering. We reminisce fondly about childhood vacations together and debate light-heartedly over whether to continue old rituals. Our family tree will continue ever branching out with new leaves. But the roots that bind us together, faith, humor, and unconditional love, endure. No matter how much time passes, visiting my parents still feels like coming home. My room is untouched, just the way I left it. I can still identify each sibling by their footsteps coming down the hall. My mom's warm hugs erase all stress. My dad's sage advice and corny jokes make me feel like a kid again. After all these years, their love remains a constant comfort. I'm so thankful my parents instilled strong values in us kids, from generosity to honesty. But most of all, they taught us that family comes before everything. We nurture those unbreakable bonds by making time for each other, listening without judgment, and celebrating small joys. My friends are bewildered by how we genuinely enjoy holiday gatherings. But they just don't understand that when it comes to family, through all the chaos, there's nowhere else I'd rather be.